Well, it's the day, 6 AM Monday morning, and it's looking very cloudy and overcast everywhere. But hey, quick trip back to Serenity to get changed, and then the big one. So it's just gone 6:30 on Monday morning, the 27th of July, and Indiana Scouts about to tackle Snowdon. Wish me luck. And this is where it begins. There's one thing I need to learn on these walks. Well, probably many things, but one thing I think I'm aware I need to learn is that at the start I tend to not sprint but walk a lot quicker than I probably should. I need to learn to pace myself. Also, little sneak peek of my new toys. Everybody has them. Never thought I needed them. We'll see. Well, I can see Serenity from here. Just down there. Right in this slight yellow building. Seems so far away. I've only just begun. Morning. So I've been walking for about an hour, and like I said earlier, I need to learn to slow my pace down. I don't know if I'm just a naturally quick walker or my fight or flight nature, but I need to learn to slow down. I keep passing these footpaths which lead towards the footpath I'm going to take on the way down, and part of me is half tempted to take them, but no, I'm going to not give up. Woohoo! Apparently I'm halfway up. And the wind's picking up and the rain's beginning. But onwards. I feel like that's cheating. I'm not jealous at all. So I think I'm about 3/4 of the way up, and I'm glad I stuck it out, because I don't know if I said earlier or not, but there was a couple of points where I could have turned off and headed towards the footpath, which I'm going to take on the way back. But I'm going to do it. But I'm not really looking forward to this bit. Well, visibility has gone. Also, I've been overtaken by a couple of kids. I must be old. Come for the views, they said. Have a great time, they said. Editor Skell here. As I approached the summit, I was joined by a gentleman called John from Bedford, I think he said it was. He was also trying to find himself again on the mountainside, so to speak. And we kind of like cheered each other on, getting towards the top, which was kind of nice, because by that point I was definitely flagging. So close. By this point my legs were pretty jelly-like, but I could see the top before me and I was just so relieved to have made it. It's hard to put into words how I felt stepping up these steps, because each step felt like a punctuation mark on the whole journey, and it was kind of surreal. I then stuck my head in the mountaintop cafe for a well-deserved hot chocolate and a hot dog because I needed the energy. I also checked out the gift shop before setting off back down, and to be honest I was quite depressed at the thought of walking back down at that point. It was at this point me and John went our separate ways because he was going back the way he came up, and then I was on my own, and I guess this is where the adventure really started. So that was the summit done, and now I'm heading down the Snowdon Ranger path, and every time I hear the word ranger I think of bloody Aragon out of Lord of the Rings. Visibility is still naff, and the wind's still breezy, and it's still kind of damp in the air. But hey, allons-y. I'm glad I've come this way. It's a lot quieter than the other way. A bit more eerier. But it's also peaceful. Still wish I could see something. Being all poetic here, but I just had this random little thought, like, this visibility is like a metaphor for my life. You know, I can only see so far ahead, and I can only see so far back now. But always working forwards. And you never know what's ahead. Just keep moving forwards and never give up. Quite surreal watching the landscape suddenly clear up and be able to see the valley in front of me. It's like, wow. Also, there seems to be a jet flying around above my head. It's been there for about 5 minutes. think Serenity's down there. Oh, this bit looks a bit dicey. Slow and steady, as I keep saying to everybody who passes me. Slow and steady. So about halfway down, or a little bit further, but my map's just shown me where I'm supposed to be going, and I think I'm going to change my mind. This is why. So according to my map, I'm supposed to cut right here and follow that fence all the way back up to the top. And I'll be honest, I don't think I have it in the tank to do that today. So I'm going to follow this path all the way around the mountain. It's a longer route, but it'll save my legs, I think. Yeah, I really didn't fancy going back up there. Sometimes you've got to know what your limits are. Would have been nice, but I'm going to play it safe. I've had a lovely day. The weather's holding off. Still windy. But yeah, know your limits and be smart. I probably say this 100 times in every video, but my god, this scenery is stunning. It's just insane. And like I said in an earlier video, I can't remember which one it was, it's crazy to me to think that people go through their entire lives without seeing such beauty and wonder. And it makes me a little sad, really. And it makes me sad that I didn't do this a lot more when I was younger. But hey, I'm doing it now. I'm living life to the fullest. I'm pleased I've chosen the sensible route because I didn't want to ruin today. I mean, I've done Snowdon, and now what next? Well, I guess there's Ben Nevis. Hint, hint. Part of me really wants to head that way into them woodlands, but it's 4.5 kilometres that way back towards Serenity, so maybe next time. Quick 5-minute break though. I can't believe I've just come from all the way up there. It's crazy. And onwards. Nearly there, and this scenery just keeps on giving and giving. I'm glad this bit's downhill. Oh, but look at it. I've just realised, right up there in that little left hand corner is where I was yesterday. Huh. Again, it's funny how distances work. Wow. You know, I've been thinking about how far I've come in the last, well, however long it's been. And my body might not feel physically stronger for doing all these hikes and walks, But mentally I feel like my mental resolve is definitely stronger. And that's a good thing, that's progress. And I guess that's my moral of this walk, is often you're stronger than you think you are, which I know is cliche. And also know your limits, which is also probably cliche. But, and again, I guess this is a wrap up being very, very cliche, but know your limits, you're stronger than you think. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm tired, it's been a long day, but just keep moving forward. Because life doesn't wait around, it's always moving. So yeah, keep moving forward. Well, if my sense of direction is correct, as around this corner I should be able to see lambearers. I was half right, I could see lambearers, but it was a lot further away than I thought it would have been. So, here we go. Still a ways to go. I thought I was closer than this, but hey, I've still got quite a bit in my tank. Allons-y. And of course, it wouldn't be a scout adventure without cows. Thought I was doing lucky for this walk. Well, they seem too busy over there. Let's hope they leave me alone. I know I said this earlier, but I'm actually really nearly there now. But I have just seen this sign, so it's going to be worth a detour. Trying to find the footpath to the waterfall was a bit awkward because it looked like you were walking through somebody's back garden, which was just weird to me. Well, this is worth a detour. I'll be honest, I thought this was it, but then this hit me and I was just blown away because I think this was the biggest waterfall I've seen in person. So yeah, it was quite a special moment. It was very, very busy there though, which was a bit annoying. And after a couple of minutes taking in the view, it was time to head back towards the footpath, back towards Serenity. And a much needed coffee. Well, as I just said, that was totally worth the detour. So I know I keep on wrapping this video up because every time I keep on thinking I'm nearly there, but I am actually very nearly there now. I'm literally about 5 minutes away from Serenity. But there is one final little stop I need to do before I get back to her. Well, the first detour is obviously by this amazing church, because it wouldn't be India without a church. But I pressed on towards the main reason for my detour before Serenity. A well-deserved ice cream. With a view. I'll do a proper roundup in a minute when I get back to Serenity. But I've done about 15 miles in 7.5 hours today, which I think is bloody good going. And I'm back in my hotel room, not Serenity, because I needed a shower. Yeah, I did it. I've done Snowdon in a total of 7 hours 50 minutes, but you got to give or take a bit because I stopped for about half an hour in the coffee shop at the top of Snowdon, and then I went for ice cream and stuff. So you're looking at a ballpark of about 7.5 hours, I guess. and it was just over 15 miles. The Lamberis path was pretty much a joy to go up. There was a couple of bits towards the top which got a bit sketchy, but to be honest I found it a lot easier than Scarfell. Yeah, coming down the Ranger path, that was probably a wise decision because I like to mix it up a bit, as you know, your circular routes and all that. I'm glad I didn't go up the hill which I'd planned on doing, because there's no way I would have got up that, and if I got halfway up that had been a bit of trouble. So I'm glad I walked round the mountain instead of through it or up it. Honestly, this is one of them walks which I will remember forever because, well, it's what, the second highest peak in Great Britain. So that's 2 down, 1 to go. And as I hinted earlier in the video, I'd like to do Ben Nevis, and maybe in a month's time might attempt it if I can get time off work and feel up to it. Yeah, if you made it this far in the video, it's going to be a long one, I know it is, and I've not even edited anything yet. But until then, be safe, be kind, and get outdoors. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe and whatnot. Please. Thanks. Bye.